Good morning to you guys. It's Anikaspar. It's 8:29 a.m. on 3/23, 2017. Pardon me for being away, but we've been very, very busy. The UN letters are out. They're still in delivery process, and that's okay. It's all good. It's all good. And we have completed the first major press releases, as well as the first media list and legal scholar contact list. In addition to that, we're working on a page for Facebook. We're working on a website. We're still working on the call. We haven't gotten someone to pick up the weekly call yet. So we have one person, but it's probably best that someone else join him and help him along with that. And we're also putting together what I would call the hit list in terms of the next steps beyond what we already have going, which is, of course, the UN letter, a media campaign, or what is actually called a marketing communications campaign or a message campaign. We also are compiling evidence still for the states indicated in the posts. Of course, now that I'm recording, of course we have. It's just it's hysterical how this goes. So all TIs who want to be a part of the of CORE's moving group and initiative, it's just ridiculous. I mean, it's really ridiculous. Um, they have to at this juncture first first check in with me by emailing me at anikaspar, ANIKASPAR @gmail.com. And CC that email to CORE, CORE, the number 8, the number 8, the number 8, miracles @gmail.com. We're also setting up a Hushmail account and doing a few other things in the coming days. It's just that I don't know how to say this, but my targeting is extreme, and it had gone down 90% before I chose to do this for our community, and I'm wondering why I chose to do this because it's been living hell basically for 2 months, more than 2 months. Ugh. And the coordination here in Florida is mind-boggling. But thank God for the core members that are helping and who aren't being as hit as I'm being hit as hard. But the UN filing really put, a bee in their bonnet, so to speak. And it's too bad. They're flipping demons. Sorry, metaphorically, but you know what I mean. I forgot about the word we were going to get entertained today. The word we need to entertain always with CORE is success. I want you to spend a lot of time with the word success as you move forward, no matter what you see in front of you, no matter what kind of temporary defeat you experience, we experience. I want you to keep your eye on the ball, and that ball is success. And it's happening. I mean, information is exploding worldwide about the police state, and it's of course it's an absolute totalitarian net worldwide what we have gone through. And of course, we're at the more extreme ends of it because we probably were more vocal or we were more committed to life versus corporate rights. And we have to know that in a very strange way, we chose to be at the leading edge of this horrific thing. So stay with the word success. Be with the word success and be success every moment of your day, no matter what circumstance you're encountering. And, because the program, this Zerzetzung program, speaking of Zerzetzung, I have to share some stuff with you about the press release. The press release was deleted 3 times. And while I was working on it, while I was working on the Zerzetzungs, the portion, real time, computer did a weird thing. Suddenly like those 2 paragraphs gone. It was great writing. And so the press releases have been very difficult because they're just in it, on it, and they just delete. And no matter if I can't even, I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not going to dwell in the murk. I'm just going to say it's been intense. But this Set song, as you know, is just, I mean, you're talking about sadistic, demonic energy. And so the world has to wake up to what's really happening. It has to stop hanging out in the opium den and deluding itself, because it's very real, very real. And what we've experienced as targeted individuals, it's happening to everyone on some level. We just happen to have gotten the worst of it because we were more empowered than most, I suspect. So just know that the journey continues. What we're trying to do at CORE at this juncture, if at all possible now, the sirens. So we have the drilling, the sirens. I'm waiting for the plane. Is we're actually trying to find a place in the world that is safer than the United States, especially for me, because I got a letter from the IRS on Monday, drafted on Monday, saying that I owe them money from 2004, which, by the way, is absolutely absurd because that's 14 years ago and they can't collect after 10 years. But it's just another form of intimidation to say, well, just, we'll take all of your money out of your account. So it's just, we have a letter out, and we'll be fighting that assiduously. But in the meantime, in between time, that means we have to set up a whole new funding account, and it has to be directed somewhere else other than into my account. And I have to figure out how to do this as basically doing business as, but it's still attached to my name. So we'll figure this out. That's another thing on the plate. And guys, because I am so disabled, I mean, I'm really beat. These guys have fried me for so long that I can't even do an MRI. My heart goes into distress like within 10 minutes of an MRI. So, I'm pretty played, but I've got the strategy. I've got the context. I've got the way, and that's why I'm so played. Another interesting development this week, suddenly Senator Rubio's office phone is not being answered, and there's no voicemail either. So I'm going to have to basically blanket them with some emails. I'm just noticing my face is cutting off. Um, Blanket them with some emails, but I'm waiting for a number of things to do them at a very opportune moment, and so no worries. But the folks who have forwarded their copies of their evidence to him, thank you. I would urge you to also give a call to the Orlando office, because I'm not able to get through right now. And just leave a message, or just say, I have forwarded some evidence to Dit, you know who that is, and I'm just confirming that it arrived. That's it. So that we kind of have a few folks approaching them, so that they know they're not just going to disappear and not answer the phone. What is going on in our country at this juncture is such a high level of corrupted criminality that my mind is absolutely blown. I just can't. It's unbelievable. So we at CORE have to be as protected as possible, because it's just unbelievable the level of targeting that myself and Jomo are experiencing here now, particularly since sending the UN letter. It's just, they're doing everything in their power to make it impossible to function. So if anyone knows of anywhere, I would love to be out of the United States. I'm seriously looking into it, because it's just, I mean, the country's lost its mind every which way. It's out of control for all intents and purposes. We are like pre-revolutionary Russia, pre-revolutionary France, I mean, it was just, pre-Hitler Germany. We are in a very bad state. And I really don't particularly care to be involved in that. There was no reason for it ever to get like this. This was orchestrated without doubt. So anyone who knows of anyone who would be protective of TIs in a more rural area, it's so much easier to protect yourself in a more rural area for a lot of reasons. Please let us know. However, Jamo's probably getting a job today here, so we'll see. I want to send a quick shout out to the folks who have been so amazing in helping pulling all this together, particularly in the last 2 weeks. Thank you so, so much because this just could not have been done. Because, guys, they have just come at me like I'm just a disastrous mess. Um, and for all of the folks who want to help with CORE, please, please do this. Please, please follow instructions. Please honor your word. I know we all have a lot of things on our plate, but if we're going to do this, we have to do it together in a very orchestrated and integrous fashion because it's the only way it's going to succeed. And please, of course, give us your input. Of course, give us your feedback. And of course, just, jump in when you know you should be jumping in. And please recruit other TIs for the different moving elements of our programs. For those who aren't able to help, who are part of the moving group, please follow the different instructions for the different elements of the programs that we have happening. You'll be getting emails soon from a member of CORE who will ask you to do specific things, and please do them to the best of your ability. If you have any questions, contact me or the CORE member who has sent you the email, and we'll make sure that you understand what needs to be done. It's really critically important, guys, because as we move forward, particularly when it comes to legal representation, we still don't have any. We still have no. We still have no refusal letters, which is very strange because firms are pretty diligent about stuff like this. They, if they don't, and by the way, this losing IT, that's from this in the past 4 years. Um, they're really diligent about sending letters out. So I'm going to take it as a good sign because law firms, when they don't want a case, they just say, no, we're not going to take it. Thank you very much for contacting us. It's very easy. You get a letter pretty promptly. We have no such letter. And so I'm staying with this one firm particularly because this lawyer has the ability to make the law, literally make the law that's necessary to end this Zersetzung. And we are definitely, you can call it you can call it whatever you want, but you need to know that it is at its very, very, very core base Zersetzung. I mean, the past several days I studied it to understand really intensely what it is, and that's what my program is without doubt. And I'm so sorry that's what your program is as well. To the false TIs or perpetrators, blah 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 blah. You know, we have an internal document that's evolving that describes exactly who you are and how you work and what you do. So I'm pretty sure you're going to have to get a new paycheck soon. And thank you for not coming to my doorstep, especially the past 2 weeks. Let's see, what else should we cover today? I think that's about it. I'm going to say it's just something a little bit about current events. As I mentioned earlier, our country is in great distress, so we have to be extremely careful. And that's the other reason why it's extremely important that you follow the instructions that we give you, because we need to provide as much protection and cover for each targeted individual right now. Each listed, that's my name listed, our name, Cora's name for us listed. That's what happens. You get on a list first and foremost. Mosquito too, probably. It's just, and we never have mosquitoes. We have no rain. This is our dry season. So at the end of the day, I am apolitical. I'm basically pro-life for everything. That's all I am. But I don't get into political definitions of stuff or even religious. All of those definitions end up dividing people and actually causing great harm and discord. So what I'm going to say is just try to be as positive as you can be about what the world is going through right now. Because when you loop in to the negativity that these programs are designed to create within you and your community, your town, your state, your country, the world, you're actually fostering their agenda and you're nurturing an agenda that is basically killing you and everything around you. So remember that. No matter what's coming at you, really, really stay in grace. Stay in the concept of success. Stay where Yeshua and all other great spiritual leaders have had to stay while they too were persecuted. It's like all the best people always get persecuted. It's absurd. Um, and that's of course because we're living in this sociopathic absurdity right now. But there's so much exploding. The birds happy that all the noise is over. There's so much information exploding, so much disclosure, so much unveiling that I know that these parties believe that they will be successful in what they're doing and that this is a part of their agenda, this unveiling. But again, you're they're out of line with the divine and they are a closed system. And a closed system only always fails. An open system born of truth, integrity, compassion, love, justice, honor, all of the positive human attributes that we really, really should be living day to day, breath to breath, they always prevail. Only always, because that is the that's the dinero of source. That's the, that's the currency of source. That's the way source moves. And source at the end of the day is the origin, is the beginning, is the end, is the alpha, is the omega. So there's no, the when people really think that they have all of this power, and I know so many people do, and I know some people have been completely hijacked because I've experienced them in conversations. But what I'm going to say to you is that you can rehabilitate, you can step out of that at any moment, and you can recover yourself. We'll start to, when the call is up, we'll start to do specific calls about how to do that. But for now, just really spend time with the word success and stay as positive as you can stay, no matter what is in front of you. In fact, start to play with everything in front of you. Learn how to interact with these programs on a level. I know this is going to sound out there, but this is true and deep and important transmutation on a level that you're actually turning it into joy for you. I know, it's like, what? But I'll give you an example. When I first moved to Manhattan after college, I've never been really a city girl. I may kind of come off like that, but I'm not. I'm very, very much a nature girl. For those of you who are into astrology, I have a grand trident Earth with Venus in Taurus in my 10th house, so I'm very much a nature girl. And for the first year in Manhattan, I fought it because it was so loud, so noisy, so dirty, so insane. And then one day I just woke up and I said, you know what? The positives of this bizarre and unusual place are so plentiful that I really need to investigate that and really loop into that. And you know what? As 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 systemic as Manhattan was, sorry, you know, as systemic as Manhattan was of all the problems that we encounter and the way our world is today, it taught me the skills that I have today that have made me an amazing person. So think of what we go through in that way. Truly, truly use what we're enduring as an opportunity for great, great, great mastery of success. Once again, please feel free to contact us at core, C-O-R-E, the number 8, the number 8, the number 8, miracles at gmail.com. Anikaspar, ANIKASPAR at gmail.com, or at 941-356-8007. For those of you calling after 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I don't answer the calls unless we're friends, we're actually having a kind of a friend conversation because I'm working from 9 to 5 essentially, and that's enough for me. And if I'm unable to get back to you, a member of the core team will, and please work with them as diligently and as lovingly and as supportively as you would with me. Have a beautiful day. I may be kind of hard to find over the next several days because my birthday is on Sunday and I'd like to celebrate my 58th year. Gosh, oh goodness, that's a 13. It's a 4. Oh, that's going to be a really good year. Oh, that's a really good thing. Um, but we're working hard, and I will do updates for you so that you understand we are. And don't worry about anything. Please stay in success. Because in quantum holographic physics, even beyond quantum string, I'm going to call string, whatever you put out is what you're attracting in. So please stay in success and as positive as possible, and know that that's what we're doing over here, regardless of the obstacles that we encounter on a daily basis. Blessings. Thank you again. Oh, last thing, we need more contributions, absolutely, because paid for the internet, paid for the phone, paid for all of the copies, shipping. We have to get a printer, fax, scanner, and a few other things. And we need to get real phones for our team, and apps for our team, because they have to begin to really capture real-time evidence, and then we teach you how to do that. And so we need someone to do some research on that as well, to really, I know these are ideas from like weeks ago, but we still need the people to do it, because it's an efficiency thing, guys. I know you know this. I'm really good at certain things, so I should be doing them. Other people are really good at other things, and they should be doing them. So a real techie wonder genius, I need you. Thank you. And go to Justice Rising at GoFundMe and contribute today. If you get blocked for any way, please let me know. It should be just fine.